So you want to be able to do a full squat, but you can't figure out how. Well, there's a few things that you need. First, you need enough ankle dorsiflexion, the ability to take the ankle into this angle here. Second, you need enough knee flexion to be able to bend the knee all the way. And third, enough hip flexion. So opening in the glutes to be able to bring the leg into this deep position. So I'm going to show you a few different things that you can do to start to help with that. The first is a stretched ankle rock. So as comfortably as you can, whether you need support underneath your hip to take one leg into this stretched position here and the other foot into the ankle stretched position, like so. You might need several things to prop underneath you to be in that comfortably. And on the stretch sensation, you don't want to feel any pain in your knee or in your ankle on either side. You just want to feel about a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then from there, you're just going to exhale and rock into a stretch and then come out of it. I'm just going to do that 9 times. So this is great because you're getting the ankle stretch on this side, and on the opposite leg, you're getting a quadricep stretch, so that the knee can come into the full flexion. Because if the quads are stiff and weak, then that knee will not be happy going into the full position. Over time, you can lower this prop situation. Once you finish the 10th one, hold into a stretch and breathe. And release. Let's go for the other side. All right, so we got the ankle into the stretch position, and we're going to do pulses into a deeper stretch. After the 9th one, hold and breathe. And release that. Now we're going to do an active mobilization to get the knees towards this position. So this can either be done weighted or just with your own body weight. But if you have a weight, just a little weight, something like 25 pounds, nothing crazy, that can help you to relax deeper into the stretch. But if not, you can just use a block or something like that to give you the idea of pulling something up. But you're going to drop into a stretched position with the block or weight in between your ankles, and then press to your feet and stand tall. Hinge from your hips, drop, press to your feet, and stand tall. And we're just going through 10 of these like we did with the ankle mobilization. So in this, we're mobilizing and strengthening the muscles around the knees so that they'll feel comfortable. And similarly with the glutes, we're stretching into this deep position and then strengthening as we come up. So we're making those muscles healthier so that we'll be able to relax in the squat position. All right, now let's give it a shot. So take whatever lift you had for your kneeling ankle stretch and see if you can drop onto that lift. If not, you can use a chair or something, buttocks just propped up onto the chair. All right, the next thing that will help is the more we can open up the adductors, we'll be able to get into that seat easier. So if that didn't help enough, we're going to try a little exercise with the legs wide apart, and you'll come up onto something high enough to where you can get a flat back, whether that's hands onto a chair seat, 1 block or 2 blocks, whatever you need to get a flat back. Then from there, you're gonna bend your right knee and squat or lunge into that leg as you stretch to the other leg, and then try the other side. We're just gonna do 5 on each side. The blocks aren't a requirement. If you can put your hands on the ground, that's cool. But I'm guessing if you're not a squatter, you will probably need the prop. And you don't want to feel any pulling, ripping, pain. You just want to go to a range that feels like you're mobilizing in a good way. Okay, now from here, hands on your hips, stand tall, and we're going to practice lowering into a stretch position to further open up what might be tight in the glutes and adductors. So with your hands on your hips, tip forward, feel a stretch, then use your hands to help you come back up. You can go hands on a chair seat or hands at the wall if needed to help you lower with a flat back, and then spring back up. So you can just go hands on the hips the whole time if these muscles are very healthy. If you feel like any pain or like it's too much, they're not strong enough to be able to pull you up and down, then you support hands onto something instead. We're just going through 10 of these to make those muscles healthier. All right, now practice coming into your squat again, whatever you're on, block, whatever. It's feeling better and better for me, each thing we do. The last thing that we need is actually enough rotation in the hip to be able to go in this position. Your femur is rotating in the socket. So to help with that, we're gonna do a 90 and 90 stretch. So bring your left shin into a 90-degree angle, right leg into a 90-degree angle off to the side with a 90-degree angle in between the two legs. If it's difficult to sit up tall in this position, put a blanket, stacked up blankets underneath your front leg hip. Lean into a stretched position, pause, and then come back up. And we'll just do 9 times. Similar to all the exercises that we did before, you're using support of your hands. Well, I guess with the squat we weren't using support, but you could have, if it was difficult to squat, you could have used hands holding a doorknob and lowering slow. Just don't break your doorknob. If it's difficult to get into that position, the weight will help with it though. So with this one, you're using your hands to help you lower down and come up. But as you get better at this, as you practice this more regularly, putting this into your routine, you might be able to use the strength of your core to lower and then press through your leg to come up. But don't try that this first time. That's something that you're going to work in after a month or so of doing this regularly. Change legs and let's bust out 9 on the other side. So you're loading as you lean into a stretch. You're practicing keeping the spine long instead of just falling, rounding over your leg. All right, good. One more time. Let's try. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. All right, so next, you're just going to practice the actual shape. So the more time that we spend practicing the pose that we're trying to get better at, or the shape we're trying to get better at, the better it starts to get. So take whatever elevation you need. You can stack up blocks. You can go onto a chair, spend time there. While you're there, you can do a little twisting if you like. If you start to get bored, some mobilizations for the spine, maybe 9 on each side. You can read a book, phone a friend, all sorts of things. And then you start to lower that prop after you've been there for like a minute or two. And you see, oh wow, it's a little trick. The nervous system feels like, okay, we can go a little bit deeper. And start to practice just the squat itself with this routine for about a few minutes after you've done the routine, anywhere from 3 to 4. Remember, when you're integrating something new, I wouldn't recommend doing this every day. A few days a week is good. And then after you've been doing it a few months, if you want to add a 4th day a week, if you want to increase the time of the squat, eventually you're working up to a longer and longer squat, but not right off the bat, and not trying to go for the full squat, honoring your body, not feeling any pain. All right, thanks so much for joining me for this. If you have any questions, let me know below. If you feel like this helped you, also let me know if you're able to get deeper into your squat, or you weren't able to access a squat before and now you're able to. And also, if you're looking for a course to help you with your mobility, I'm going to put a link below to the mobility course. So it goes over in more detail, like each thing. Like, so if you're having ankle mobility issues, we'll go over more ankle mobility stuff. Same with knee, same with hip, etc. So you can find out exactly what you need to work on. And then I have routines, generalized routines that you can practice more regularly that are going to help with your full body mobility. I'll put the link below in the description as well as the first comment, and you can try that for 2 weeks free to see if it's something you like. Also, members of my course are what is supporting this channel, so thank you so much to the members. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.